Goedemorgen, goedemiddag, or goedenavond, and welcome to Zandvoort for race for the Dutch Grand Prix is coming up here in our Nico Hülkenberg Formula 1 Championship. At the bottom of your screen, Mercedes overtook Racing Point, that's my team, for the Constructors' Championship lead last time out at the Chinese Grand Prix. We finished 6th in that race, but we still remain in the points lead, 9 points ahead of Sir Lewis Hamilton. No, he wasn't a Sir at this point in time. Ahead of Lewis Hamilton. We are in a rivalry with Alexander Albon, the tie driver for Red Bull Racing. We currently lead that. We have the third fastest car. We got some developments coming in. A major aerodynamic upgrade and a minor chassis upgrade. Some weight reduction, so we should be able to overtake Red Bull for the second fastest car within the next couple of weeks. And with that being said, let's qualify in the dunes of Zandvoort. And for one and only lap in Q1, we're now coming up on the most unique turn in the Formula 1 calendar, the banked final corner through the Dutch dunes. I'm going to put on the 7th fastest lap, fastest third sector in this qualifying session. That should have us through to Q2 safely. And once again, both Alfa Romeos and both Williams are out in the first stage of qualifying. Daniel Kvyat in the Alfa Tauri gets eliminated. Pierre Gasly just barely avoids elimination. Both Haas make it through for the first time. And the hometown favorite Max Verstappen is 1/10 off of Valtteri Bottas. And once again, coming up on last corner, I've set the fastest first sector. Second one was alright. Let's see. I'm fairly certain it's going to be enough to get us through into the first part of the final part of qualifying. Excuse me, 5th quickest. Yeah, I think it should be enough. But there's going to be 4 cars in the top 10 that will start in the medium tires for the race. Valtteri Bottas, Sebastian Vettel, Lewis Hamilton, and my teammate Sergio Perez. We'll take the alternative strategy here. Lando Norris, Esteban Ocon, Romain Grosjean, Pierre Gasly, and Kevin Magnussen are out. We're going to have a top 10 shootout for the pole now. Right now, this is our bid for pole position then. Or as close as we can come to the Mercedes cars. Really. To be honest, I'm having a good feeling about this lap. See where we can go from here. It's always my weakest part, but I've managed it fairly well. Now through the NASCAR style turn. Onto the front straightaway. Qualifying is completed. It will be a 1:10.1 for us. Yeah, well, we're at P7 for the second week running. That's okay.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Sebastian Vettel will start on pole. Fantastic qualifying from the multiple world champion. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Verstappen, Valtteri Bottas, and Perez. A Racing Point, Albon, Sainz, and Daniel Ricciardo. Norris, Ocon, Romain Grosjean, and Gasly, Magnussen, Russell, Kimi Raikkonen, and Nicholas Latifi. Giovinazzi and Daniel Kvyat completes the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Now, one thing I do like about this is that Ferrari suddenly, they didn't even bring an upgrade to this race, but they've suddenly become good. Front row locker there with fellow German Sebastian Vettel on the front row. Something I don't like is the fact that it's going to rain. And I don't really know when the rain's going to hit. It says, if we trust how the weather is lined up with the strategy, it's about lap 20, 21, but it's not going to happen. It's about, I don't know, I'd say somewhere around lap 12 to 15. We'll see. So, I'm going to go soft, and then probably to the Inters. And the lights are out. We're underway for the Dutch Grand Prix. And Lewis Hamilton already tries for the race lead on Sebastian Vettel. And has made that pass work. So we tried around the outside of Max Verstappen, the hometown hero. He can't do it. We are up into 5th position. Here for 36 laps on the Zandvoort circuit. Beautiful flowing track. Really started to enjoy this one as we overcooked the corner. Trying to keep Valtteri Bottas, who starts on the mediums, behind us. Send it down the inside, the hometown boy. Vettel started on the mediums, locks up. We once again use the elbows, muscle us into the 4th place. Remember, we are still the World Championship leader. 9 points ahead of the man who leads the race, Lewis Hamilton. Fastest final sector. We just barely hang on onto the back of Charles Leclerc's Ferrari. Well, Lewis Hamilton has already left. The 6-time world champion, trying to make it 7 this season, is on a mission after what can only be described as a disappointing start to the season. Valtteri Bottas, I just got told, has mechanical issues with his Mercedes. Now in DRS window off Charles Leclerc, finally. I don't know where the pace of the Ferraris has come from, but I'll be honest, I'm happy to see the prancing horses back where they are, where they belong. Also great to see Seb out there running in 2nd position. It's a tough track to pass at. Maybe that's why he's holding position ahead of his teammate while he is on the slower compound of tires. But as long as we keep up with them, we pull along in the DRS. That's really all we can ask for. Speaking of the DRS, that will be disabled as soon as the rain comes. We're just waiting for it right now. We're just waiting for it as Max Verstappen finally has the DRS, tries to breeze past, and we just send it in and make him work for it. Gonna be interesting how we're gonna tackle this banked corner once it's gonna be wet. Especially when we're in a transitioning phase. I feel like when some folks still on, you know, one set of tires and others are on the intermediates. I was supposed to come in this lap, but the clouds have come in rapidly. I'm trying to conserve my tires for as long as I can to try to make this a one-stopper even, which would be amazing. So, you know, we'll just see how this goes, how long these softs hold up. Might be a mistake, but Charles Leclerc is also staying out still. So his softs should be about as dead as mine are, so, you know. There it is, the first droplet of rain. It's just come down. And we're going to stay on a standard fuel mix for now. The engine's also almost about to explode, but that doesn't matter. Now what's really important is keeping the car pointing in the right direction until we are at the point where it's actually useful to go onto the intermediate tires, because right now it isn't. You would just burn them up. Max is now coming in. Will be interesting to see what kind of tires he's going to go on. I don't know. Sergio, by the way, my teammate Sergio Perez is up to 5th position now, which is nice. He started on the medium tires, obviously. Oh yeah, by the way, we're now in the podium positions. Lol. Let's stay there. I mean, the tire's still holding up. I'm surprised how long I can take those softs. So, I think we made the right call. It's gonna take about another 2 laps maybe, and we can stretch those softs 2 more laps before we are at the point where we need intermediate tires. I'm just mildly concerned about the left front. The others are quite fine. I just don't know how long. I mean, Charles Leclerc went onto the hard tires, so he pretty much gave himself a penalty. Because he has to come down again. I'm guessing Max has pitted for dry tires. Alex Albon has pitted for dry tires. Everyone except me. The 2 guys ahead of me, Lewis and Seb, and Sergio behind. Okay, Lewis and Seb have come down. I was about to think Sergio also coming in. I didn't think it was time now, but yeah, you know what?
The pit box is currently full. Stay out on track. Stay out on track.
Yeah, shut up. We're gonna come in this lap. And we're gonna box for new intermediates. For what will then likely be our one and only stop of this race.
A new strategy is available.
There it is, yeah. I
Check
knew
your
it.
MFD for a new strategy option.
I mean, these tires, they aren't just dead. They are far from it. I mean, I'm surprised that left front didn't blow out. But here we are.
Up to speed now.
Kept the podium position, and that was likely our only stop of the race. Because you can definitely stretch them intermediates, till the end. Kevin Magnussen out of the race. His Haas probably having his electronics fried up by the water, something like that. We're also kind of closing the gap to the top 2, and we've opened up a 6-second gap now to Sergio behind, which, you know, I'm surprised by how decently I'm running compared to them in the wet. As you know, I'm usually a NASCAR guy. And NASCAR doesn't race in the wet. Well, it does nowadays, but there is no NASCAR game where you can actually race a NASCAR cup car, bush car, truck, whatever, in the rain. So, I'm fairly new to this whole rain racing experience. And I'm managing, for my very limited skill set, managing quite well. Approaching some lap traffic, Esteban Ocon in his Renault, not having the best of races, running last out of everyone still running in this race. He's now a lap down to first, second and third. And Lewis Hamilton's on pit lane. I think he's switching to a new set of Inters? Interesting. Sebastian Vettel leads the race. Sergio is also on pit lane. Alright. I mean, I'm actually surprised. Like, why would you pit for a new set of Inters? Like, I think you're gonna lose more time than you would ever gain in those last 11, 10 laps that are left now on the new set. Like, I don't get it. It's typical F1 game strategy. Now it's interesting to see if Sebastian Vettel will now come down to pit lane. Oh, he actually did throw down the pit lane. We are now the race leader in this rainy Dutch Grand Prix with 10 laps to go.
Okay, the gap behind is 8.4.
And we have 8 seconds to Lewis Hamilton. It's gonna be interesting to see if he can close that or not. Because I doubt it. That would throw a huge wrench in the whole World Championship battle. Because we are still the championship leader. But like, there's a yellow flag, someone's come off. Or someone's out of the race. Roman Grosjean, so both passes are out, and the VSC is out as well. Okay. So both Haas cars have had their electronics fried up in these wet conditions. Man, they gotta work on their reliability. Maybe it's just me, or the rain has indeed gotten heavier, because I feel like it's gotten heavier over the past 4 or 5 laps, maybe. But then again, Lewis Hamilton still 8.5 seconds, something like that. Almost 9 seconds now, okay. Behind. Gotta concentrate while I drive here and talk. But there is a real chance that we are gonna win this race and pull off another big upset. I mean, that's just crazy. Like, I didn't think before this race, I thought, you know, top 5, that's possible. Maybe if we're lucky, we get 3rd. Then I knew the weather was there, and then obviously Lewis and Seb went down to pit lane for the extra set of inters that they're on now, and pretty much gifted me the race lead. And I don't think that with now 6 laps to go, as we're gonna cross the line, I don't think he can make up 8.5 seconds and catch me. I'm genuinely surprised that the possibility of me winning this race is increasing every meter we're driving on this track. And I ain't complaining as we're skating out of this little half-pipe-esque turn. Lewis Hamilton is on pit lane once again, and Sebastian Vettel is as well. Are they changing onto the heavy wets? I don't think they are, as we're going to pass Daniel Ricciardo, put him a lap down. Are they actually changing onto another set of inters? Why the f... Sergio's also in, like...
Sergio is in for his stop.
Yeah, I wanna... They actually changed onto another set of intermediate tires. Like, they just want to gift me the win, it seems like. Like, alright, I'm skating along, but you ain't making up half a minute in, what, now remaining 4.5 laps? Nope. God, I mean, this is now really ice skating. Look at how reflective the track is. But, and our tires, they are definitely shot. However, we, as long as we don't bin it on the last lap, will come around this time for one more time around for the Dutch Grand Prix and try to win this one. Gonna skate through the banked corner onto the front straightaway. 20 seconds is the gap to Lewis Hamilton. One more time around before we're gonna spray champagne from the top step of the podium for the second time in 4 races. By just sheer luck, I might add, I guess, because the AI was stupid. Just don't wreck it now, and we'll be fine. And into the 3rd sector we go. Max Verstappen on the heavyweights in front of his home crowd. Just past Charles Leclerc for 4th spot, but that's as high as he's going to get. Lewis Hamilton will hopefully, likely drive it home in 2nd place for another race. We're going to cross the line on 1 stop, and we're going to win the Dutch Grand Prix.
Great job. You've done everything we wanted.
Man. And the driver of the day. And we're hydrating, because I'm genuinely sweating. Ah, king hell, man, that was that was a race. Didn't think I was going to win it, but we did. There we are, celebrating.
Excellent teamwork.
Second win for Nico Hülkenberg and the team.
Race finish.
Wow. Just wow. That's really all I can say. Man, I mean, I put everybody up until 11th place, a lap down. Had to let down Ricardo pass because his fresh inters were actually faster than my short inters. But still. Hamilton, Vettel, Seb gets the first Ferrari podium of the season. Max in front of his home fans starts 4th, finishes 4th. Charles Leclerc, Alex Albon, the tie driver. Then we got my teammate Sergio. You know, could have been a bit higher up, but nonetheless, Valtteri Bottas and both McLaren, Sainz and Norris finish out in the points. And now we extend our lead in the Drivers' Championship to 15. Ahead of Lewis Hamilton, and Valtteri Bottas is now 32 points behind. Max Verstappen, 41. So, I mean, we will see how this is going to shake out before the season's out. We're 1/4 of the way through, by the way, now. But, I don't want to, like, higher the expectations again, but I think if there's more races like these and Bahrain, we might even look at a dark horse championship run. But Lewis Hamilton, definitely the favorite, I would say, and he's probably going to overhaul us within the next 2 to 3 weeks. At the Constructors, well, 4 points is now the difference between Racing Point and Mercedes-Benz. Red Bull is in 3rd, Ferrari is in 4th, Renault and McLaren drop. AlphaTauri, last team to score points with 17 on the board. Williams moves themselves up into 8th position, with Haas and Alfa Romeo making up the bottom of the Constructors. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a like, subscribe. See you all next time for Spanish Grand Prix. Not one of the best tracks for me, but we'll see how it goes. See you soon. Goodbye.